Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the big Ives box, the one you all have to get if you're Ivesians and if you really want to get into the stuff. This is juicy, absolutely juicy, and it's got lots of discs, 22 CDs, and a certain amount of repetition of repertoire, but really first-rate stuff. And on Sony, thank God they put it out. I mean, yay, finally. So let's see what we got. Oh, and they're original jackets, too. Look at this. It's an original jacket. When it was all, contemporary and strange. So, let's go. You ready? First of all, just get it. Next, we'll talk about it. Ives is such a fascinating character. He really is. There's a wonderful essay by Kevin Sherwin, Vitality, Reality, and Substance, the music of Charles Ives, that we get track lists on page 13 of this rather substantive booklet, which is good. We begin with the Concord Sonata. Yeah, and one movement from the Piano Sonata No. 1 in the Inn with John Kirkpatrick, the guy who made the reputation of the work, and Ives really in his recording and performance. This is from 1945, so this is historical stuff, some of it, and it's a marvelous performance, and he later redid it in stereo, and you get that here too, so don't worry. Then we've got Piano Sonata No. 1, which was in the Modern American Music series with William Masselos, and that was from 1953. He also redid it in stereo, so don't worry, that's coming. Then we've got the Second Violin Sonata. Well, that's interesting. With Patricia Travers and Otto Hertz piano. Is that only on one? No, that's CD2. Good, they're all on CD2. So it's not like you're getting nothing. It was originally coupled with Sessions, Elegy, and something else. Okay, fine. Then we've got Symphony No. 2. We're on CD3 now. Symphony No. 2 with Bernstein, New York Phil, with Bernstein's discussion of Charles Ives. So that's always lots of fun, although nowadays a lot of the things he says about Ives have been either discredited or updated or given greater nuance, let's put it that way. But that's a classic recording and performance. Symphony No. 4, the Robert Browning Overture with Stokowski, still it's still the reference recording for Symphony No. 4. It's a first-class performance. It's wonderful, amazing. It was the premiere. Premiere performances and recording from 1968. Holy cow, can you believe it? It had to wait that long. Really, it's just unbelievable. Really unbelievable. It was 65 is when it was recorded, pardon me. This is when the LPs were issued. So 65, 64, 65 is when it finally got played. Shocking, really, isn't it? Symphony No. 3 with Bernstein and the New York Phil, Central Park in the Dark with Bernstein, Decoration Day, The Unanswered Question, with New York Phil and Bernstein, and William Vacchiano, trumpet. He's famous in The Unanswered Question. Variations on America, the original organ version with E. Power Biggs. CD 6, the Variations on America in Schumann's orchestration with the Chicago Symphony under Morton Gould. Also Symphony No. 1 and The Unanswered Question with Bud Herseth, trumpet. Wonderful performances, all with Morton Gould in Chicago. Yay! Then you've got that music for chorus disc with the Greg Smith singers. We talked about that. That was in, let me make sure it's the same one. Yeah, it is. That was the thing that was in the Ives Anniversary collection that we talked about a little while ago, that smaller set that Sony issued for the 150th sesquicentenary, whatever it was, of his birth. Then we've got, let's see, what else have we got here? Piano Sonata No. 1, the stereo version with Bill Masselos, which is just as good as the other one. It really is. Let's see here. What else have we got? Wait, we're getting there. At CD 9. Orchestral set No. 2. Oh, this is wonderful. That's with Chicago and Morton Gould. The second orchestral set doesn't get much attention after the first one, which is, of course, 3 Places in New England, but it's just as good. It really is. It's marvelous. It's got a chorus. It's got the sinking of the Lusitania in the middle of it, and the finale. It's great. And then we've got one movement from 3 Places in New England, Putnam's Camp, and the Robert Browning Overture again. That's all with Morton Gould in Chicago. Symphony, Orchestra, and Chorus. String Quartets 1 and 2 with the Juilliard Quartet, a classic disc. They're lovely works. They really are, especially the second quartet, which is kind of crazy and lots of fun, and ends with one of those transcendental finales, like the finale of the Fourth Symphony. Another performance of Symphony Number 1 with Ormandy and Philly, Three Places in New England, and Variations on America in Schumann's orchestration. Now, these are the Sony versions with Ormandy and Philly. He redid some of this stuff on RCA, but in a different version. You'll see. Then we've got the Holiday Symphony, the Gong on the Hook and Ladder, and the Circus Band March with Bernstein and the New York Phil. Yay! Boy, it's been ages since that was out as an actual LP or CD or whatever it was, but you get the whole thing, which is really nifty, and that's lovely. And we've got the Second Piano Sonata, the Concord Sonata with John Kirkpatrick, his stereo recording, which really became the reference recording for the work. And in many respects, it still is. So that's really cool. And then we've got new music of Charles Ives. This has got, let's see, who's doing this? Oh, the Greg Smith Singers and the Columbia Chamber Ensemble, all kinds of crazy stuff. Choral works, songs and arrangements for choir and strange little pieces. Little short, chips off the master's workbench, you might call them, experiments. And it's a fascinating disc, it really is. CD 15, Calcium Nightlight. You've got set number 1 for chamber orchestra, Tone Roads number 1, set number 3 for chamber orchestra, arranged by Gunther Schuller, From the Steeples of the Mountains, The Rainbow, Ann Street, Scherzo Over the Pavement, set number 2 for chamber orchestra, Tone Roads number 3, The Pond, the Scherzo all the way around and back, and the Chromato, the Chromati Malud tune, which is a strange piece, an ear study and a couple marches. This is with the incredible Columbia All-Star Band under Gunther Schuller and the orchestra under Gunther Schuller. One of the great Ives discs. It really is. All kinds of experimental goodies. CD 16, Chamber Music, his trio with Paul Zukowski, Robert Sylvester, and Gilbert Kalish. Unbeatable. Absolutely unbeatable. A set of 3 short pieces with the New York String Quartet and others. Let's see, and some other things with Gilbert Kalish and Chamber Works. Little chamber short things. I don't want to go through all of it. Halloween is in here, I think. The Largo for violin, clarinet, and piano. And all with Paul Zukowski and Gilbert Kalish. You can't do better. You really can't. Then we've got American Scenes and American Poets. These are songs, mostly songs. Let's see who's singing them and playing them and doing them. We've got, let's see, Old Songs Deranged. Yeah, there was that thing. The Yale Theatre Orchestra with James Sinclair and Andre Kostelanetz doing the Variations in America with William Schumann. The other versions are better. I mean, they really are. Oh, here we go for the singers. It's Evelyn Lear and Thomas Stewart with Alan Mandel. This was also in that Ives anniversary set, in case you were wondering what happened to that. Symphony number 4 with Jose Serebrier, the London Phil. First-rate performance. It originally was on RCA, but it was recorded by the Chandos engineers, and so Chandos issued it, and I think had it last, and now it's back, and it's first class. And different from Stokowski, quite different. It's a little faster and maybe a little more confident. Serebrier was one of the assistant conductors in that Stokowski recording, so he knows the work as well as anybody ever possibly could. So that's really, really cool. Symphony number 2 and Symphony number 3 with Ormandy and Philly. Number 2 is rather sluggish. It's not the best performance of Symphony number 2. It's just heavy, I think, and too slow. And number 3 is very nice. It's lovely. That's very good. The Holiday Symphony, on the other hand, with Ormandy, is fabulous. It's absolutely first class, and so is Three Places in New England in the original full orchestra version. That was the premiere recording of the original full orchestra version. So it's great that shows up as well. And last but not least, what's this? Oh, Samuel Barber String Quartet and the Ives Second String Quartet and other goodies with the Cleveland Quartet. So that's it. Yes, there's some duplication, which is lovely. I like the duplication. You get to hear different interpretations, even if that Ormandy number 2, it's just about the only sort of dud in the entire box, actually. Everything else is pretty damn well fabulous. And they don't put in the Ives digital stuff they have. For example, the Michael Tilson Thomas Ives recordings of, all the symphonies and the holiday symphonies and that stuff. That's digital, but that is in the Michael Tilson Thomas Ives box. There is a little Michael Tilson Thomas Ives box, a small box, of like 3 or 4 discs. And of course, it's all going to get repackaged in the big Michael Tilson Thomas box. So I get it. We don't need to hear it a third time, although it does kind of belong in here too. But still, you got to have it. It's essential. You just have to have it. So grab it while you can. It's not going to be around for all that long. I'm really sure of that. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.